didn't know how to finish it, and you then remember back from a riff or passage that you have recorded, like from long ago, maybe from the Slayer era or anything?
Oh, sure. One in particular comes to mind. And yes, I still use a fucking iPhone for my riffs. I mean, it's so simple, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. But Residue, I've had Residue, the body of that song, since Paul was in the band last time. That's how old that song is. I never had an intro. I never had the octave harmony that keeps coming back and forth. So when I got those two things, and it became an intro, midsection, and an outro, I finally finished that song, and I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna write lyrics to it. So, yeah, that happens like every record. There'll be something like that. But this particular one, Residue, had to be 20 years old. And on From Hell I Rise itself, and Rage were from the Repentless session. We still have, I think, 3 or 4 more songs I haven't finished from the Repentless session. There's probably 10 songs that I haven't finished from Hell I Rise, as well as songs I've written since the last tour a month ago. So there's, getting a little sidetracked, but there's a ton of material for record 2 that has come from a long time ago. Repentless session was, 2015? Anyway, I keep my riffs, and when I'm on long drives, I'll go back and listen to them and make a note in my phone, riffs to revisit, because I have forgotten them, or, just not on top of my mind. Then you hear them, you're like, I gotta go back and finish that riff. So there's a huge bank of stuff to pick from, and I'll be using it until we're done.
People together in one place. With all this on the table, what was it like to compose your own band, to your own band, and is there anything you composed in the past that remained unpublished that could come to the surface at this time? Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. There's, like I said, there's still music from Repentless, there's still music from Hell I Rise. And once I get some time to myself, I'll go back and listen to all the things Paul and I have demoed, figure out what are going to be the ones we attack first for the next record. There's already too much stuff to pick from again, so hello, record number 3. We have plenty of stuff, and we're going to get it out in timely fashion. It's not going to be like Slayer where you had 4, 5, 6 years between albums. And the reason that was number 1, because we were lazy fuckers. Number 2, everybody kept wanting us to play, so we had to play so much that we didn't have time to work on music that much. Now it's the opposite. I had 5 years off, and I wrote a ton of stuff. And at this point in my career, we want to keep moving forward quickly, so we can keep coming back. I haven't been here in 6 years. That's far too long to be away from Brazil, in my opinion. So I truly believe record number 2 will be out sometime in 26, and hopefully we come back. Even though we haven't been here yet, we'll be here in a month. But hopefully we'll come back, soon. I love playing in South America, so I'd like to be down here far more often than 6 years, or in the old Slayer years, I think we came every 3 years maybe. But this is a real fan base down here, so I'd love to be able to come down here every couple of years and play.
Vai ser a sua primeira apresentação com a sua nova banda aqui nesse país, que já tem muitas pessoas, muitos fãs, né, desde a sua antiga banda. Desde 2019 você não apresenta. Quais são as suas expectativas, né, para esse seu show, essa sua apresentação, e como você espera que sejam os próximos anos? As pessoas se lembrarem do Kerry sem o Slayer, mas sim o Kerry, uma nova banda, ser uma nova banda, uma nova grandiosa banda com novos sons, que as pessoas se lembram não pelo aquilo que você foi, mas o que você será daqui para frente.
Well, Bobby.
The News 2.
The News?
2.
He's from a channel called The News 2, and he wants to know that since you guys were going to present yourself the first time in Brazil on a festival. He wants to know, since you've been here in Brazil with Slayer 2019, he wants to know what's your expectations of being this first show on a festival in Brazil, and what will you leave for, so the people know for the next generation that you will leave to the people the idea that you left I got nervous here, just a moment. The idea is having the legacy that was with Slayer, leaving now only Kerry King. The idea that now the idea is now with the show with Kerry King and not Slayer anymore.
Well, it's kind of, I mean, the Brazilian fan base has always been very close to Slayer, very close to me. The metal community here is alive and well, you can tell every time we come down. Part of the reason I'm doing Slayer songs in my set is because it's part of my past, part of our legacy. And if Slayer never comes down here again, I play these songs so people in South America, wherever I play, they can still enjoy the songs that I've written over the last 40 years. So to me, it's an extension of Slayer because Slayer went away. Slayer got taken away from me as well. I planned on being Slayer forever. And, you know, I still am, we're just not playing that often. But I like to give fans a taste of what I am now, what I was then, songs they're probably never going to see again live. I want to give that to them. I want to show people that were too young to see Slayer the first time how cool it was, because I think we do the Slayer songs justice. And it's me moving forward, I'll have more and more solo material. But I'm not ever going to forget that I was in Slayer, and I'll always play some of that too.
Ele disse que tem, desculpa por estragar a sua pergunta, mas ele respondeu a sua pergunta. Ele disse que existe uma base de fãs muito forte no Brasil, e a ideia dele é trazer músicas também do Slayer para que a geração nova testemunhe Slayer ao vivo, porque Slayer acabou. Ele vai continuar tocando músicas do Slayer para que a nova geração entenda que existiu essa e como era legal, né? Então ele vai continuar tocando músicas do Slayer enquanto o repertório dele continuar crescendo, que é o repertório do álbum From Hell and Rise. Então, tipo, enquanto as coisas não vêm, ele vai continuar tocando, porque faz parte da vida dele. Então é o hoje e o amanhã, né? Então essas gerações sempre vão se encontrar e fazer com que as pessoas se lembrem e tenham um bom momento em festivais e nos shows que ele fizer para as pessoas.